Schools in Colorado are shifting their focus to include mental health as part of school safety.
Today, teachers, administrators, school resource officers, as well as education officials were getting together for a two-day conference. Our 9 News reporter Sonia Gutierrez was there for day one. And Sonia, they were focusing on some pretty tough subjects.
That's correct, Anusha. From drug abuse to suicide in schools, a big message I was hearing today was the importance of recognizing mental health as a priority, just like academics and physical safety are. The two-day annual conference is put on by Colorado's Safety Resource Center. Presenters come from all over the state and tackle the latest issues facing schools. There are workshops on threat assessment, suicide, and stress students might be facing. Bottom line today was keeping mental health at the forefront of everything schools do and how that could ultimately help save lives.
That we can't just harden our schools and put in just locks and worry about things like security measures alone, that we have to think about connectedness to school, because when kids feel connected and feel safe at school, they're much less likely to do anything violent.
These are our opportunities to come together and see what's working in our schools and who's finding success, and how can we build those strategies so that our kids do feel connected and belong.
One note I can tell that everyone was trying to keep in their mind was that kids are kids. They feel stressed and overwhelmed as well. And so we just have to teach them how to be okay with mistakes and learn from them and how to move on from that.
Yeah, you say learn from them. That includes a lot of listening.
Exactly.
Paying attention to what they have to say and how they feel.
Exactly, exactly.
And it's good to see that there's a lot of conversations about this happening across the country. You'll see it with state lawmakers, individual schools, and it's tough to talk about, but it needs to be discussed. It's the only way to address it.
And we hear from students all the time, you know, that they wish that someone was listening. They wish that adults were paying attention. And this is just the latest example that they're, you know, trying
to do that. All right. Thank you, Sonia. Appreciate it.